Dubai is a country. Okay, well it isn't, but it is an emirate. It is one of the 7 emirates that make up the UAE. Everyone sees Dubai now, and their mind goes to luxury, vacations, the Burj Khalifa, and so on. But it wasn't like that before. The now elegant city was once a village that relied on fishing from creeks in the 19th century. So how did it do it? How did Dubai go from a village to a city that accommodates 67,000 millionaires and counting? How did it become a city with around $30 billion GDP and progress that Steve Harvey described as unthinkable? These are the top 10 reasons why Dubai is rich. The first one makes no sense, and you already know number 5. Number 10, oil. Dubai doesn't have oil, at least not on the level that you are thinking about. The city doesn't have that much oil, with the natural resources only contributing to 1% of the city's GDP. So why did I mention oil when the country didn't rely on it as much? Okay, let's dial back the hands of time a bit. Let's go back to the 1770s. During that time, the Dubai Emirate was a fishing village along the creek. Along with fishing, the village also engaged in pearl diving, making it an active player in the pearl industry. These two trades helped Dubai, and little did the inhabitants know that their emirate would continue to be a hub of trading with only a difference in the items traded. The emirate continued to trade until 2 things happened. The first was the death of Dubai's bubbling pearl industry due to the rise of artificial pearls. These new pearls caused the Emirates' economy to take a hit, but the then ruler strategized. He turned Dubai into a re-export economy, taking advantage of its location as the gateway to the Middle East and the Gulf states. Then salvation came, or so they thought. The search for oil yielded results in conflict as the oil was found on the borders of Abu Dhabi, a neighboring emirate. Dubai looked doomed as people moved out of it to the wealthier oil-rich Abu Dhabi. However, Sheikh Rashid bin Saeed Al Maktoum wasn't discouraged. In 1960, he led the drive to improve the city, and luckily Dubai found its own oil at the Fateh field, but the reserves were relatively small. Dubai has 4 billion barrels to Abu Dhabi's 92 billion, so the sheikh used the profit from the oil sales to build different infrastructure, which I will discuss in this video. The man had a vision that led the country to where it is today. Looks like Steve Harvey was right when he said, "Money doesn't produce visions, visions produce money." Number 9. Education. Dubai prioritizes education and knowledge. After all, knowledge is what drives visions. Also, it is knowledge that drives innovations. And with how the city leans towards technology, education is crucial. The city's education has the private and the public sector. The private schools teach in English, while the public schools usually teach in Arabic. The city is home to several international schools and universities like the American University in Dubai and Zayed University, which have good reputations, with most of the staff coming from North America. Dubai also has research and training institutes. It created a free zone to develop its science sector, which helps boost research and innovation. With the emphasis on education, the emirate continues to develop its talents, who in turn form part of the specialized skilled workers that help propel the economy. Number 8. Transportation and logistics. Remember the vision that the sheikh had? It involved creating a robust transportation system for the emirate. With relatively small oil reserves, it wasn't sustainable for the emirate to rely entirely on oil. Although initially that little oil it found made up around 50% of its GDP. The city had to transition and diversify its economy, and transportation played a big role. The country began to invest in roads and had to expand the road networks by building bridges and an automated, driverless metro rail system. The aim was to ensure that productivity didn't drop due to the transportation system. There was also another reason for this, but I'll tell you later. Apart from the road, the emirate understood the potential that its location brought it, so it invested in ports, building Port Jebel Ali in the 1970s. With the port having the largest artificial harbor in the world, that port alone contributes 26.1% to Dubai's GDP. Also, findings indicate that the port contributes 47% of imports and 64% of exports in Dubai. Also, the city built an airport, Dubai International Airport, and has become one of the busiest airports in the world. In addition to making money for the city's investment was also designed to attract people and companies. As you'll soon come to see, this would prove to be a masterstroke for Dubai's economy. Number 7. Healthcare. A healthy population is productive, and Dubai understands this all too well. So it ensures that it has a healthcare system that cuts across the population. There are both private and public hospitals that cater to their respective patients. The wealthier people patronize the private hospitals as they have access to private insurance. For those without private insurance, the government operates hospitals that tend to them. There's more. Dubai has always been looking towards improving its economy with technology, and this extends to the health sector. The Dubai Health Authority has partnered with some of the most innovative health tech companies to improve the health sector with cutting-edge medical tech. The city's focus on improving its health sector has led to the creation of state-of-the-art hospitals and specialized clinics. With these, the emirate has become a hotspot for medical tourism, with patients coming to the city worldwide. Number 6. Real estate. Dubai put a lot of money into its real estate industry and began to construct different properties on a large scale. No, these constructions were not your average regular-looking buildings. They are the real deal. They are buildings that people worldwide come to see, and you know some of them. The city constructed the Burj Khalifa, the Dubai Mall, one of the biggest in the world, and the Palm Islands. Also, the city built the Burj Al Arab Hotel, which sits on its own artificial island. The emirate also had projects like the Palm Islands, which from the air looks like a stylized palm tree within a circle. Talk about fancy. That's not the last fancy construction the city built. The city also constructed water parks and the Dubai Aquarium and AMP, underwater zoo. Nonetheless, not all of the emirate's construction was geared towards pleasure. Some were geared towards business, and this manifested in the areas where the city created its free trade zone. However, not all of the company's real estate plans came to fruition. It had an ambitious plan to build what it called the Dubai waterfront, which it intended to be a world-class destination for residents, visitors, and businesses in the world's fastest-growing city. Eventually, the construction stalled and ended up getting suspended due to what could be summarized as a financing problem. Number 5. Tourism. Already you know about this. Everyone does. When people think of Dubai, this is what they imagine: a land of endless attractions. And you are right. Not on the endless attractions part, but you are right to think of tourism when you think of Dubai. You are only giving life to the vision of the city's leaders. All those fancy buildings, hotels, and attractions were designed to bring people in. I mean, who doesn't want to see the Burj Khalifa, shop in the Dubai Mall, visit the Dubai Aquarium and AMP, underwater zoo, or get stunned by the sights in the Museum of the Future? And if you are the adventurous kind, of course, you wouldn't mind giving Deep Dive Dubai with its deepest pool in the world a go. The city is intended to attract people, but it's not always for fun. I'll expand on this in the last part of the video. Number 4. Culture. This is still tied to the tourism point I have just discussed. People don't only go to Dubai because of the buildings and other attractions. Some tourists also go to bask in the culture of the gateway city to the Middle East. Folks want to ride horses and camels and bury themselves in the city's cuisine. There's more. The city's cultural life has expanded, incorporating more recent events. People come to the city to enjoy Dubai's art and film sectors, which have exploded due to the annual Art Dubai Fair that displays contemporary art, and the Dubai International Film Festival, which promotes local and international films. These are impressive, but they are just the tip of the cultural iceberg. The city is now home to sporting events, which draw people to it like butterflies to a flower. Number 3. The manufacturing industry. By switching away from oil, the city has branched into energy production through its electricity and water production authority. However, this energy and water is only for the people in Dubai, but it still is a crucial reason why this city is rich. Electricity and water play a key part in helping people have a better quality of life. When these are lacking, you will find that a place has a couple of people too distracted to be productive. Besides, what kind of work do employees want to do in a place where electricity is in shambles? Also, How would the city be attractive to tourists and foreign companies if it has an energy production problem? By eliminating this problem, the country has presented itself in a better light and has positioned itself excellently for investments. Also, the city has a bubbling aluminum industry. The country has situated Dubai Aluminum, one of the largest single-site aluminum smelters in the world, in the Jebel Ali Free Trade Zone. Number 2. Gold and diamond. With its strategic location, Dubai sits between the suppliers of mined diamonds from Africa and the cutting centers in India and China. Due to this, the city became one of the largest diamond trading hubs in the world, and since 2001, it has been trading and facilitating the trade of rough and cut diamonds. Essentially, the city went from having a non-existent diamond market to a market that would be worth billions of dollars. Aside from diamond, Dubai also has a robust gold market, which grew in the 1940s as the city encouraged foreigners to set up gold stores by providing free trade policies. The city's gold trade continued to grow, and by 2005, the value of the trade was around $5.8 billion. That's not all. In 2014, 25% of the world's annual gold trade occurred in Dubai, with the city competing with Shanghai and London. Number 1. Trade. Remember when I said that Dubai doesn't only attract people for fun? Yes. The city also calls those interested in business, and its infrastructure has made this possible. Apart from its vibrant airport and seaports, the city has also set up free trade zones. These trade zones have allowed businesses to enjoy advantages like custom duty benefits, tax cuts, and relaxed restrictions, among other things. The country created its first free zone in the 80s, the Jebel Ali Free Trade Zone, which is one of the largest free trade zones in the Middle East. Due to the existence of these zones, the city has continued to attract new companies, with over 9,000 new firms registering with the Dubai trade in 2015. Human beings run companies, and the city has ensured that the expatriates that come to Dubai due to their companies, including the locals, don't have to pay income tax. In addition, they don't have to pay taxes when buying luxury items. Impressive, isn't it? But the city has more benefits to give. Foreign nationals could now obtain leases that would run for 99 years. By doing all of this, the country has continued to attract not only companies, but talents, and has retained both. Now you can see that Dubai's economy is not oil-based as many would think. However, this hasn't stopped the country from becoming richer. In this video, I have covered the top 10 reasons why Dubai is rich. I have talked about how the country smartly built infrastructure, invested in tourism, and made trade seamless. Do you think I have missed anything? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and follow this channel for more.